Hello students, welcome again. I hope you are ready for our next lesson. We start with lesson 4. We continue rather with lesson 4, Salam Namaste by Sudha Murthy. Being grateful for what we have is the key to being happy, isn't it? But we are so engrossed, so busy in our daily lives that we forget to acknowledge, appreciate and thank people around us who help us every day. Now, I want to ask you, during this lockdown period, doctors, nurses, hospital staff, cleaning persons, grocery shop owners, vegetable and fruit vendors, they were the only ones who worked so hard that we all could get everything while staying at home during the quarantine period, isn't it? Have you ever said a thank you to the person who come to collect your garbage? Like the normal one, the cleaning person who keeps your house or your society clean for the, or the one who comes to collect the garbage. Or have you ever thanked the person who was delivering groceries to your home regularly? If you have, that's very good, because a simple act of kindness and compassion can amaze and deeply affect the person who experience it. And the appreciation that we give to a person, it motivates them to do more at work, isn't it? Now, I just want you to do any one of these things and feel and see how you feel about that. Share a bottle of lemonade with the cleaning person of your area or society. Recharge mobile phone of your gatekeeper or house help. Share a few items of daily use with the needy, like normal flour, oil, salt, some pulses, dals, a few veggies. All right. And you just try it, believe me, just try it. If you haven't, it's going to give you a feeling that's undescribable, and you're going to feel that peace in your heart, and elation that you helped somebody without any motive of yours. Okay, that's what compassion and gratitude is. Now, you must have understood by now the main theme of our lesson is compassion, gratitude, helping our neighbors, our community, our society. All right. Now, little introduction about our author. Salam Namaste is a short story written by Sudha Murthy. It is an extract. It is one of the stories from her book Wise and Otherwise. The different stories depict how people try to take undue advantage of a non-profitable foundation, as well as how their foundation is helping the people to be self-reliant, financially, emotionally. All right. Now, little bit more information about the author. Sudha Murthy was born in 1950. Is born in 1950. She is the chairperson of Infosys Foundation, a non-profit organization which provides help and support to the needy people of the society. Maybe it is in the form of monetary help, or they have opened schools. They help slum people and children with the books, the clothes, and even providing them jobs. She is also a renowned author and writes both in Kannada and English. Her works include How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, Yashasvi, Wise and Otherwise, and Here, There and Everywhere are just few of her titles. She has written almost 200 books by now, and they are in different language: Marathi, Kannada, Assami, Hindi. They have been translated, and they have been even changed into Braille for the so that even the blind people can read them. All the stories in her books are relatable, and you can just relate them while something is happening in the home or in your office. They are so relatable, and they all are about the Indian people, Indian context. Now we come to the characters. About the characters now, first of all, we'll talk about Sheikh Muhammad, the main character of the story. Sheikh was a very shy, taciturn, laconic, reserved person, close mouth, who always talked very less, and a very simple man. He ran a small stationery shop in Bangalore near the Infosys office. And Sudha Murthy, the narrator of our story, she, as I told you, she was the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. She used to buy books in large amount from his shop for her Bangalore slum schools that they supported. Now Sheikh was a very generous and responsible person. He was looking after and supporting his widow sister and her daughter, and he was a very contented person. He was not a greedy person. He was contented with whatever they earned, whatever he earned, and then they were happy with that. He was very honest, as he never demanded any extra money from Sudha or took any undue advantage of her. Sudha, rather, he was very proud that he was able to manage on his own. Once he only asked for the money that was his and took the 50,000, the monetary help that the narrator gave him for his sister's operation, very hesitantly. But then he was full of gratitude and even returned the leftover money after his sister died. He loved his sister as he tried to provide her the best treatment, even though he was not financially well off. He had to sell his wife's and sister's jewelry, and he even took a loan from the bank. He was a very kind person. We need more of his kind in our world. Now we come to the second character, Zubaida. She was Sheikh Muhammad's sister. She and her daughter Tabassum, they were living with Sheikh after her husband died. She was a very good tailor and she was doing tailoring at home only, and Sheikh's wife was also helping her. So she and Sheikh's wife were also contributing, according to their capacity, in running and managing the household expenses. They were helping Sheikh as much as they could. But in spite of her pain and poverty, she was thinking of someone who might be in greater need than her. She was a very compassionate person. She empathized for other persons. She was a very good mother and wanted her daughter to have a positive attitude, compassion, and a sense of gratitude. Her last wish was to thank Sudha Murthy, and she also made sure the leftover money from her treatment was returned to her so that that could be used for some other sick person. Amazing person, isn't it? We'll take a break here and then we'll continue the summary. Okay, see you.